Ideal mesmo para o mundo atual seria fazer o ensino médio junto com o curso técnico, certo? É no Senac que o aluno tem autonomia de verdade, formação cidadã, foco na diversidade, preparação para o Enem, material didático sem taxas e muito mais. Na real, tem tudo que você precisa para se sentir preparado para a vida. Seja para entrar no mundo do trabalho ou te ajudar a decidir o que fazer na faculdade. Quer saber? Senac. Vem comigo! Acesse sp.senac.br/ensino-médio-técnico.
There's a lot going on right now. Mounting economic inequality, threats to democracy, environmental disaster, the sour stench of chaos in the air. I'm Brooke Gladstone, host of WNYC's On the Media. Want to understand the reasons and the meanings of the narratives that led us here, and maybe how to head them off at the pass? That's On the Media's specialty. Take a listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's hang out. Let's hang out. And let's talk about what lesbians have found. Let's hang out. And let's listen to two lesbians shout. Let's hang out. Let's hang out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Hang Out. We just wanted to introduce our live episode with Sabrina Jalees for the Tag Quarantine fundraiser. We had an absolute blast. Sabrina is out of control hilarious. We cannot wait for you to hear it.
But first, we want to tell you what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This Week in the Lesdom is a place where we can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise, and we like to kick it off, as always, with our events. We have our Motherland Fort Salem Trivia Night on July 9th.
We are going to be following that up with our second round of Buffy trivia on July 30th.
And then August 13th, we're going to be doing Schitt's Creek trivia.
And we're going to be closing out the summer with She-Ra trivia on August 27th. For the honor of Grayskull.
I'd also like to say, since last week when we announced our She-Ra trivia, I will have to say, first, embarrassing. I had never seen She-Ra, so sorry. But I started watching it and I'm on season 4 now, and that was a week ago. So thank you. And you're welcome.
I gave you that extra little encouragement.
I needed the nudge, and I am obsessed. So cannot wait for She-Ra trivia.
You're welcome, Ellie. You're welcome. Also, as a reminder, we are going to be having these events running all through the rest of the summer, but our episodes will be ending at the end of June. So we're going to take a brief hiatus through the rest of the summer, and we will be coming back, hitting the ground running in September. Don't worry, we'll be back. In the greater Les universe, we wanted to share some thoughts, just some brief thoughts. I'm sure everybody knows J.K. Rowling has gone off on another dive off of the deep end.
Off the turf deep end.
Off the turf deep end. And so we just wanted to, reiterate our deeply, deeply held views that trans women are women. And this is not a debatable fact in our minds. But also we wanted to share that Ellie found what I think is possibly the best headline about this whole situation.
Like the best but also worst headline. So reading lesbian news just to see what other people are saying about this. Here's the headline. J.K. Rowling went on a Twitter rant about how transgender activism can hurt women and lesbians. Her so-called TERF stance is unpopular. Unpopular is one thing you could call it. That's
understatement.
Understatement of Understatement of the year. So, but yeah, ridiculous.
Yes,
so,
unpopular here as well.
Very unpopular here. Just want to let you know.
In better news, we do want to celebrate the recent Supreme Court ruling that is granting federal job protections to LGBTQ people. I'm hesitating on the word celebrate because I'm like, yes, you made the right call, but like it's 2020 and how are we still having to legally say that you cannot fire us for existing? So thanks, 2020. We made it.
Yes, you did something you should have been doing all along. But we are happy. Happy for all the people who live in places where it was not the case before.
Yes, absolutely.
And so it is worth celebrating.
It's still a win, and it's 2020. We're going to take that win.
We'll take the win. In other news, Lee was saying this before, but the celeb coming out stories just keep on rolling, and we're here to roll with them.
It's nonstop.
So yeah, Danny fucking Kind just came out, and we could not be fucking happier.
Happy fucking Pride, everyone. She did not assign a label of any sort, but she did post about, having dated women, or at least a woman in the past. And so we just wanted to congratulate her and, again, share our joy at all of these wonderful, wonderful humans who just keep coming out left and right. So yeah, happy Pride Month, y'all. Keep it coming.
Keep them coming.
That's what's happening this week. Back to you, Ellie and Lee.
Thanks, Ellie and Lee. And without further ado, here is the audio from our live show with Sabrina Jalees. I also want to say, if anyone is just logging in and didn't hear what Dana said, we're going to raise $200 this hour because I want to see the puppy.
Yeah.
So I will pay $200 if you guys don't.
Can I tell you though?
What
I
else
don't
will
know.
you pay $200 for? Because I'm down to collect some more money from you.
Right?
I don't know
have
if
a
Dana
baby.
left already, but when she started that sentence and she was like, "If we raise $200, I will show you," and my eyebrow was like, "What's going
Tits?
after this right now?" And then she was like, "My puppy," and I was like, "Oh my god, great, okay."
Which is what I call my pussy.
Yes. Well, hey, Dana.
Are we not allowed to say pussy on a lesbian fundraiser? Because that would be illegal.
Dana just
If
had
you
to
can't
look
say
offended
pussy
for us.
on a
It's
digital
okay.
assembly for lesbians, then I don't know what the world is anymore.
Plus, we should say it now because I'll be honest. Can't Hardly Wait is not gonna go there a lot in terms of what should have been gay. So let's front load, okay?
Front load on the
Yes.
pussy? you mean?
Front loading
Yes.
the pussy right now. We're gonna get it.
Okay, cool.
We are
My
off
pussy's
to-
so big. You gotta scroll out a lot.
Ebony is regretting everything right now, inviting us to do this. I'll tell you what.
She's like, why did I do this? Well, let's get started.
Let's
I'm
do
ready to
it.
get started. Let's do this.
I've never been more ready. I can't hardly wait.
OMG.
Wait. I knew it. We're going to say it many times. But to all of you who are out there right now, welcome to Let's Hang Out Live.
I'm Lee Holmes Foster.
I'm Ellie Brigida.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm
and-
Sabrina Jalees.
And well, no,
Am I supposed to be
you're
a part
here.
of it yet?
We're all a part of it.
You can be a part of it.
Okay, cool,
Welcome
cool.
to our 49th installment of Shoulda Been Gay. That's bonkers.
Yes.
Oh, it was fun, it was great, but it should have been a little more gay.
And in this week's episode, do you like strawberry Pop-Tarts, Lee?
Oh my god, I have one in my backpack right now.
It's fate. Today, we are here with Sabrina Jalees. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Oh my God, to talk about Jennifer Love Hewitt, I would cancel everything.
I know. Next up is going to be, what's that movie? Ghost Whisperer? That TV show she was in?
She was in Ghost Whisperer. She was in Client List. She was in Party of Five, and that was my fever peak. I mean, really, when I say Jennifer Love Hewitt, I'm talking about me at a certain age looking up at the beacon of gay that was Jennifer Love Hewitt's breasts.
Yeah,
And
Jennifer Love
body
huge
and
tits.
personality.
Yeah.
Not in that order. But she was just, to me, when I was young, it was like, you know what it is. You all know what it is when you are gay, but it is like, you are running from that truth. Every moment watching Jennifer Love Hewitt was like a salve of like clarity of like, this is my truth. This is my truth. I want to hug her. I want to feel her warm breasts against my body. But I was still so closeted that in my mind, I would categorize it of like, we would be the best friends ever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You would write her a best friend letter.
Yeah.
Oh, poetry.
of course.
I wrote her poetry. I had a corner of my room that was all clip outs of her from magazines where I would like clip out like the details of the hair.
Please tell me you brought some poetry for us.
Yeah, do you
today.
have a poem to share with us?
Guys, I don't have that poetry. It's somewhere in what do you do with all your old shit, by the way?
You take some
side
time right
chat.
now. You write a
I
quick
still
poem
have it.
out,
I'm
it's
a
fine.
hoarder.
But what do you do? What do you guys both do? Do you hoard it and you put it in your adult house or in your parents' basement?
Yes, I have so much. I just tried to clean out my closet yesterday. It was like, I have things
can't-
from 20 years ago.
I know. How do you get rid of it? It's your
I
treasure.
can't. I can't.
There's like this
You don't.
delusion in your mind that like an archaeologist is going to dig your bones up and be like, the first real one. Let's get to all of her fan fiction about Jennifer Love. Every piece is worth $1 million Bitcoin. The first real one over here.
It
I
could
got
be.
the bones.
And here's the thing: is like an archaeological dig too of like my high school bedroom would have been great. I think I took them down now, but when I was in like middle school, high school, you used to cut out the pictures for magazines, right? And I would like tape them. I had the back of my bedroom door and the back of the closet door in my bedroom. And you'd like tape them and you'd like I slowly covered the entire back of both doors. And it's great because you can see the beginning where I'm like, here are the cute boys who are slightly androgynous or feminine. And like, I totally have crushes on them. And then it's like the occasional like, and Emma Watson and like Willow from Buffy.
Wait, it was
and then it just like
boys?
there's a slow progression of like, and now it's all girls.
Gay, gay, gay. I'm
It's
so
like
gay,
you could
gay,
literally
gay.
do an archaeological dig and like classify it into eras of time in my life.
I like picturing just old men digging, but they're just seeing like little teen people clip outs of a gay girl's fantasy.
Yes. Joe in the comments said Rufio from Hook. Did you ever love Rufio?
I did not.
Rufio!
Who did love Rufio?
I've got to go.
Oh my God. For me, my teenage bedroom has changed a lot finally, but I swear to God, maybe 7 months ago, there was a poster of Nick Jonas still on the walls.
Wow.
Okay, here's what I think. There are certain... I'm going to take up my pencil crayon for this one. That's how you know I'm serious. There is a crossover of a certain pop boy star that is still liking them, is still being a lesbian.
Yes.
Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers, 100%.
Bieber.
Bieber. Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to but like Party of Five, I was loving Scott Wolf. Well, that was different because he was fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt in Party of Five. And I was like, I would love to be him.
Yes.
I would love to be with him. With the part doesn't even have to be a thing.
Yeah.
I could just kiss Sarah.
So speaking of our high school 90s for some of us, looking at you, Ellie, our high school bedrooms. Let's talk a little bit about this movie that we're going to dive into today. Can't hardly wait. For anyone who is not familiar with the movie, don't you worry, because we are about to bring you, as always, our IMDb synopsis, followed by our gay synopsis. Okay?
Oh my God. For free?
Buckle up, everyone.
You're going to have to pay for this, though. Donate to Tag to get our gay synopsis.
SupportTagMagazine.com. The IMDb synopsis for the movie is as follows. Multi-character teenage comedy about high school graduates with different agenda of life on graduation night. And I'm not sure how high the person who wrote this IMDb synopsis was at the time.
I wasn't high, I was passionate, and you get into a zone when you're creating.
They just really were into some watermelon.
Your
I don't know
side
what
gig
they were doing.
is just writing IMDb synopsis.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of side gigs. It's the quarantine.
It is a 1998 classic. It stars, if you hadn't heard, Jennifer Love Hewitt, along with, I think, every other famous person who could have been in a movie in the late 90s. I mean, every single person on the planet is in this movie. It's crazy.
Can I list it off? Can I list them off at the top of my head?
Yes,
you can
please.
Let me know what it is. Ethan Embry, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Charlie Corsmo, Peter Facinelli, Lauren Ambrose, Seth Green.
Yeah.
Amazing. How many times have you seen this film?
There's some more who pop up in there.
I actually haven't seen it in a long time, and I just tricked you because I pulled up a webpage, but with acting in my face, I made it seem like I was...
Acting.
You know what? We can do a whole side piece where I teach you how to pretend to think. It's mostly like...
But you gotta leave one eye open so you can read. You gotta...
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like natural, grounded, you know? Like
That's very, very, very impressive. I believed you, so.
But I think the synopsis loses something. I think we've never needed our gay synopses more. So, Ellie, what's your gay synopsis for this movie?
All right, it's a little extensive, but here we go. Obsessive young lesbian Preston falls in love with a girl she has never talked to.
Can I just do a quick applause break?
Yep, thank you. In one of the gayest young lesbian moves of all time, Amanda, in a surprise gay turn of events, falls in love with another gay by just reading one letter they wrote after leaving her overly compensating gay boyfriend and never looking back. Oh, and don't forget about Preston's ex, Denise, who will literally be a bridesmaid at the wedding.
Are you subtweeting me in your gay synopsis, Ellie?
Yes.
Okay, but fair. It's fine. Sabrina, do you have a gay synopsis for this movie?
Well, first of all, I wanted to know why you said, are you subtweeting me? Because I don't know you guys well, but it seemed like there
because
was
my
some
ex was a
gossip.
bridesmaid at my wedding.
Your ex was a bridesmaid at your wedding. It's
Yeah.
so gay, and I love it.
It's pretty. It's
you really
pretty
kept
up
that
there.
piece. You kept both pieces. I do want to see your bridesmaid, best friend, ex-girlfriend, and I want to see you guys together, and I want to do a character study over the course of an hour, and then the audience gets to vote whether you guys have sexual tension or you have none to mention.
Yes.
It's funny because if you look at us now, like, I have pictures of us in high school where we, like, both had the longer hair and everything. We're both in our prom dresses. And then I have the pictures of us now where, like, she has a very similar short haircut and everything.
Oh, okay. So it was two butches, don't make her right.
I think it was something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but she's great.
Okay,
We're still
cool.
good
No,
friends.
I mean, I'm voting you don't have none to mention. Except for sometimes when the lines get blurred and everything is fluid and your wife is out of town and I don't know why I am doing this to your marriage right now. Feel free to do something weird to me.
But you know the great thing about my marriage is my wife would be dying laughing with me at this.
I know,
so it's
exactly.
Good.
No,
it's the kind of wife who lets you have the ex in the bridal party wouldn't care about these jokes. That's fine.
Yes, and I instinctively, in seeing your face and demeanor, I'm like, this girl's got her life's not going to fall apart if I sing a song that might hit home on one theme.
That's fine.
Can you imagine if that song ended your marriage? Like, clearly it was
I know,
not.
right? We were actually just teetering on the edge, Sabrina, and you pushed us over. I ended my marriage for tag. That's how good it was, you know?
That could be another side gig of mine, just ending marriages with songs during the quarantine.
Do they pay
I've been
you for that?
bored with you. I do not want to see you anymore, Sarah.
How much would you charge for that, like, audiogram?
It's like fun for me to do, so I'd say I'd cap it off at $100. You've got to recognize
good.
there's value
Good.
in it. Like,
Yeah.
it
You
can't
do it
be
for
a $5
exposure.
thing. It's
You can
like, I'm not
auto-tune
ruining-
it a little fancy, too, you know. The bells and whistles. It's all good.
If you guys want to get involved with autotune, we can start charging $500.
Yes.
I got
Sweet.
you covered.
Okay.
Wait, did you guys ask me a question about Can't Hardly Wait
Yes.
at the end of the
The
description?
question,
Okay.
I think that was your gay synopsis of the movie, was it not?
Am I summing it up?
Yeah.
Yes,
the gay
what's,
version?
What's
but
your
the
quick
gay
wrap
version.
up?
This is a movie. It stars Jennifer Love Hewitt. It's a movie she asked to have made in the 90s. Because there was a girl named Sabrina Jalees. She had mushroom cut and side mustache that she was electrolyzing. But still, there was some kind of weird sexual tension between them. Of course, it was, let's just adjust the age to I was 18. And then I played, I play Ethan Embry. And it's been like, all school year that we've had there's something between us, but she's dating Peter Facinelli, this fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
And there's been moments, when I'm playing tennis on the tennis yard at our school, Sarah's her character in Party of Five. Is she Amanda?
Amanda.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Oh,
Yes.
Mandy.
Amanda. She just kind of like looks at me when I'm playing tennis. Am I describing scene for scene? Because this is how slow I'm going.
It's
She's
okay.
like,
I'm along for the ride. I'm like, what's gonna happen
I think for
next?
my character, because I'm like working against the mushroom cut and I'm gonna have to be really sexy from sports. So that's the difference between Ethan but I'm good at school.
You're
so
playing
I'm a nerd
tennis
and-
in the little midriff top with the abs. You got the six pack that's like just peeking
Yeah.
out. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Okay, so Jennifer Love Hewitt's character Amanda falls in love with me, but it's the end of the school year, and I'm a bit of a sure I'm sexy, smooth, got those pricklies up top that says I don't give a fuck, but I do. And I risk it all with a note that I give her on the last. When is it? Is it the last day of school?
Last day of
Last
school,
day?
Last day of
graduation
school.
day.
Yeah. Time to go to the train station and get chased for her at the end. Is
Yep.
just tossing in the end.
No, I love it. You're like,
this is
it's
how I
like
pitch.
Can't Hardly Wait meets the half of it, and it's great.
What's the half of it?
Oh, it's Alice Woods'
Watch
new movie.
it.
It's on Netflix. It's great. We'll
Okay.
cover it next season. Don't you worry.
Okay.
everyone.
So basically, it's Sabrina Jalees falling in love with Jennifer Love, or unrequited love. That's what's it called? You give people the news of. I haven't talked to people in months.
That's discovered.
Discovered
Maybe, yeah.
love. Yes, not unrequited. It's discovered love, and I mean, obviously, it's a mindfuck for Sarah when she's like trying to figure out what she's gonna do with this crush that she knows that she's had too. But they kiss at the end and they feel each other's warm breasts against each other's body, and that, I mean, just imagine that feeling.
I
of
feel
that
like
happening.
you need this right now, Sabrina. I think I think this is the moment that you needed to have. Is that what's happening?
Honestly,
Ellie and I can just go for a bit, and we'll just...
Cool, yeah. Imagine I started masturbating. I didn't understand how, like, a live cast goes, and I'm just like, cool, you guys mind just leaving me alone for just a little second?
Oh my god. Dana's back again. Dana's our censor. Like the censor board.
Dana, who is our sponsor? Hobby Lobby? What's going on?
Lee, you still haven't given your gay synopsis.
I feel like I should do my gay synopsis because I think I went in a very different direction from the two of you that I'm kind of, I feel needs to be said, okay? So
it's in a bathroom. It's in a bathroom. I know it's in a bathroom.
It's not. Here's my gay synopsis for Can't Hardly Wait, okay? Popular high school jock, Mike Dexter, breaks up with his girlfriend and dives into an evening of self-discovery with class valedictorian and surprise party animal William Lichter.
I see it.
I'm gonna tell you who I'm shipping in this movie, and surprisingly, it's very few of the girls. I am all over. I don't know what is in the water in this town, but every dude in this movie is gay as fuck.
Super gay.
Well, you know everyone in the movie's gay as fuck because everyone's gay. But also, do you see that? You remember that moment where he tries to pretend like he's getting Amanda back? Or that, you know, like when he's like, I'll take you back, babe. And she's like, absolutely not. I'm in love with Sabrina Jalees. That moment, when she walks away, there's like, it doesn't age well moment where
there's a lot in this movie.
Someone says fag.
Yeah.
And then everyone at the party is like, you said fag?
The amount of times that they say the word fag and the Seth Green's character in this movie, neither one of those things age especially well.
Bad.
No.
Not a great look. But I do think there is a reason that he responded so strongly to that word being thrown at him, because dude is gay.
Dude is gay.
So let's discuss too. I think we sort of discussed it a little bit, but what was your experience with Can't Hardly Wait? Lee, was this your first time watching?
It was. For some reason, out of all of the late 90s movies that I inhaled in high school, I had never seen this. And that's why it was such a throwback to go back and every person who shows up, I'm just like, oh my god, that's that person. Oh my god, they're in this. Oh my god, it's
Jenna
oh my god, it's Amber Benson. Oh my god.
Yes.
Playing the angel.
Yes,
she probably shot that movie in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
She probably
barely in it, but also so important.
Yes. I was going to say we should find out how much she got paid for it, and then I immediately regretted it, and now here we are, 30 seconds later, and when you say something on digital...
We'll cut it.
It's live.
Only the people here now will know, you know?
Okay, people here now, we've got to make a fucking pact, okay? You don't let anybody know that I'm not always crystal clear.
What happens at Queerantine Con stays at Queerantine Con, okay?
Until it gets posted later on Tag's thing in its full entirety.
Yes. But yeah, I had not seen this. Ellie, you had, but not in a while, right?
I had. So do you know the movie Not Another Teen Movie?
Yes.
So I have a confession to make. For the longest time, that was my all-time favorite movie.
I don't think that that's embarrassing, because my all-time favorite movie for a long time was Scary Movie 2, and I think liking parody movies is actually... It's the opposite of what people think it is. It's refined.
Thank you, right? We have
the comments.
Yes, we appreciate the commentary.
Tired liking movies, Wired liking spoof commentary movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I loved Not Another Teen Movie, and my sister did too. So we had this moment where we were like, we honestly knew most of these 90s films from Not Another Teen Movie and had never seen the originals. And so we took down a list of all of the ones that were in Not Another Teen Movie, and we're like, we're going to watch them all systematically. And of course, Can't Hardly Wait was one of those on the list. So I watched it with my sister. It was ridiculous then. And then I watched it again, and in a new light, saw all the gay, which was fantastic.
It is
Can I just
a ridiculous
be clear about something?
movie.
I also saw Can't Hardly Wait in a throwback of what did old people watch kind of way, because I was famously born in 1999, so it would be impossible for me, I want that clear to be. I actually saw Not Another Teen Movie.
You didn't watch
I
it
was
from the
what
womb?
did the old people back in the day? I was hanging with my people, and
exactly,
what are our older friends? What did they see? And that was the way that rabbit hole worked.
Nice.
Does anyone have a lollipop or a popsicle?
Are you doing Baby Spice, or you're like really just like leaning
like
into I am a toddler?
At this point, we're like deep enough into the pandemic that I'm like, treat me like a baby. Like, just someone hold me, feed me some milk.
We've found
you can't
I'm
see
baby.
Sabrina's
It's
bottom
Sabrina.
half, but she's actually in a diaper.
Yeah.
So
I wish it was true.
So can we talk a little bit about what I want to get to the gay, Ellie. I want to do it.
yes, let's do it. Let's do it. So, I mean, this is sort of difficult, but let's maybe go character by character
good
since
God.
there are quite a few.
Dana, how long do we have? 3 hours? Okay,
Let me roll
great.
out my sleeping bag.
Here we go. So, which characters are gay? Sabrina, to you, who is the number one gayest character in this film?
Obviously, the jock. He seems the most tortured by his gay.
Yes.
I would say all of the straight people are, I'm going to give them in this movie, are the standard 25% gay. Because you all know, if there's anyone straight listening, I mean, I love the idea also of like you're straight, the straight people that listen to this week after week, just waiting for the next
yes.
gay fantasy, but it's binary and I'm the good one. I'm the normal one. And I'm like, everyone knows that, just like, so we're on the same page. Everybody knows that like the marketed thing to us is the thing that like, even if you're 50-50, like what we would call bisexuality, is, you know, in that, right in that middle zone, you're going to probably think you're straight because of all the marketing.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'm giving all of the straight people the standard 25, you're a quarter gay, except for Jock Facinelli.
Mike Dexter, yes, right?
Mike Dexter, yeah. He is fully he's a 90%. 90% gay, 10% straight, because he's also one of those, think about those guys in high school that like, they hate women. They hate girls. They hate that they have to pretend that they want to fuck girls. They're like, ugh. And then they take the juicy tidbits of their sexual moments that like would be intimacy for a real connected partnership, is like they take it back to their guys and they're like, and then Jason, look at me. Then I went like this. Then I went like into her pussy, Jason. Can you imagine my mouth on genitals, Jason?
Let's not pretend that Mike Dexter actually does that, though. Like, he would never do that because he's scared of. I don't know why I couldn't say the word.
The only thing that he can talk to his friends about their girlfriends is how they keep promising to break up with them, right? He's like, let's make a pact, you guys. We're all gonna dump our girlfriends together.
Yes,
and then they don't. And he's like, guys, you promised. And he's so pissy all movie that they're not breaking up with their girlfriends as well.
I mean, that's like the number one biggest I am a closeted man move to do. I'm so shocked that I didn't think about it in high school of like, girls, let's make a pact.
Oh my God.
Let's all break up with our boyfriends and hang out with each other all summer.
But in real tenderness reality, like all of my best friends were my girlfriends. The ones that were the one-on-one best friends. So don't, guys, I know that there's some of the old best friends listening thinking that it's them and it's not. It's only the ones where you've got like a drawer at their house for sleepovers.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and those are your girlfriends. And then the travesty of being closeted, having this friendship that you're like, I remember thinking like, why aren't there more love songs about friendship? Because and genuinely being like, there's a market for that. Like, but I lost my thread when I said there's a market for that. What was it? I was saying something about how the commitment.
Music.
Oh, yeah. Here it is. Yeah. It's back. You're so into this friendship, and then they get then they start dating someone. Like when Miriam started dating Steve Binkley, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yep.
In my house, in my drawers.
And then they stop sleeping over and snuggling with you, and you're like, wait, why did that happen?
I mean...
Or they still do, but you're like, then in public, you have to deal with their boyfriend, and it's a whole thing.
It is so bummer. And so this is why I urge you guys to donate to this magazine and also donate to yourself by coming out the most you can. All right?
Yes.
Are you a straight person
live your
that's 25%
gayest life.
gay?
That's what we always say.
Are you a straight person listening to this? Sorry, before we keep going, somebody in the comments, I think, joined in the middle. We are talking about Can't Hardly Wait, 1998 classic.
A gay,
I feel
a
weird
gay
that there's
icon
comments
film,
and I
right,
don't know
really.
where
For
they are.
any of you that need a refresher.
Where are the comments?
Okay, wait. Can I finish my quick points on how gay Mike is, and then we can move to some of the other characters? Okay.
There's way more gay on Mike. We can talk about Mike for years.
He wants him to break up with his girlfriends.
Yep.
Also, let's talk about the friends real quick. The one of his friends that's like, but her parents have mirrors on the ceiling, and I just want to look up and watch myself as a dude having sex. And I was like, a little bit gay right there.
Yes.
Okay, then he gets drunk and Trip McNeely, played by the dreamy, what's his name? Jerry O'Connell shows up. And he's like, Trip, you were a sexual icon. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, Mike. Whoa, buddy. Maybe have a few less beers tonight, because I don't know where this is going, but it's nowhere good. And then all of the scenes with him and William, right? He's like, it's like the classic, like, bullies to lovers. Like, he has bullied and tormented this kid. And then they're sitting at the piano, which, again, as we just covered in Portrait of a Lady on Fire, sitting at a piano, gay culture.
Gay, yeah.
Gay culture.
I don't make the rules. So they're sitting at their piano, and he's like,
get that girl away from the piano.
And he's like, I'm sorry that I did all of that. And then they hug at the piano, and I swear to God, I'll Make Love to You is playing over this scene. And I was like, what is happening right now? What is going on? And then they pose them they're like all gay with the Polaroids, and that's gay. And then he lies to the cops to protect William's reputation and everything.
And then I would say the most damning piece of evidence. So he's like, that whole night, it's sort of like him deciding, right? Like, or realizing, oh, I didn't hate William. I love him, right? And he has this whole realization and he does this big gesture. And then the next day, he's sitting with all of his guy friends and he's like, yeah, man, we're still going to break up with our girlfriends and like love each other all summer. You know, it's going to be great. And then William comes up and he has to overcompensate, right? And he's like, oh, Urkel, like, you suck, William, even though last night he literally loved him.
Yes. And then as William walks out, I wrote down the lyrics of the song that's playing as William walks out and looks lovingly over his shoulder. I'm sorry, this movie is a rom-com between Mike and William.
I completely forgot. Okay? I forgot about the real gay part of it. Yeah, you go. Keep on going. Go.
So this is what's playing as William walks out of the diner. Okay. When will I see you again? When will our hearts be together? Are we in love or just friends? Those are the lyrics playing during that interaction of like the two of them looking sadly and longingly at each other. So
yeah, that was we should call this episode, or we can't change the name of your podcast, but
whatever.
Should have been more gay, because there's already some gay baked into it. I forgot. I completely forgot.
We've done should have been gayer episodes before. It's fine.
Yes.
But have you done should have been more gay?
Should have been the most gay?
Should have been most gayest. Okay, that's my diatribe on the two of them. We can talk about some of the other gay characters now. I just have very strong feelings about how much I ship them.
I mean, it's very...
Yeah. At Radiolab, we love nothing more than nerding out about science, neuroscience, chemistry.
But we do also like to get into other kinds of stories. Stories about policing or
politics,
country music,
hockey,
sex. Of bugs.
Regardless of whether we're looking at science or not science, we bring a rigorous curiosity to get you the answers.
And hopefully make you see the world anew.
Radiolab, adventures on the edge of what we think we know.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The Heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
Hi, I'm Laura Cathcart-Robbins, and I am the host and creator of the podcast, Only One in the Room. Every week, my co-host Scott Slaughter and I invite you to join us and lose yourself in someone's only one story. The Only One in the Room has a wide variety of guests, from prisoners to abuse survivors to swingers. With 21 seasons and counting, we guarantee that Only One in the Room will have a story that you'll connect with. This podcast is for anyone who has ever felt alone in a room full of people, which is to say that this podcast is for everyone.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
Ship them too.
Yeah. So for me, my big thing is that we've had a few of these where like there's a male character who's almost like a stand-in lesbian to me, and that is Preston. Mm-hmm. Right? Like it would be very easy.
Wait, Preston is the one.
Preston's the main character.
Yes. Cardigan. You can picture him like with tea, just being eco-conscious.
He has a lot of feelings.
He's a writer.
He believes in fate. The radio is speaking to him directly.
He doesn't feel he has the right to confess his love.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he keeps it hidden inside for 4 years.
4 years, imagine.
He doesn't just love her for her body. He loves her because of their connection to Pop-Tarts together.
Exactly. So yeah, for me, it's like I just would substitute a lesbian character for Preston. And like you change literally nothing.
That's what I pitched.
Yeah. Sabrina is Preston, right? Sabrina is Preston, gets to get with Jennifer Love Hewitt, life goal achieved.
Are you guys interested in a candid story about the one time that I did basically can't hardly wait myself with Jennifer Love Hewitt in real life?
Yes.
Okay. The year is, I think it's like 12 years ago. I have just moved to New York from Toronto. I'm trying to create this like new identity for myself where I'm like a New Yorker now. Okay. Like I'm not old Canadian Sabrina that would like run after a celebrity if I saw them. Like this is what basically my friend Boyanna posted a picture on my Facebook of Jennifer Love Hewitt playing tennis and espadrilles. I play tennis. You could see the crossover why it was posted. So I'm walking down the street. I'm on Metropolitan in Williamsburg. I'm walking. I see espadrilles. And I'm like, Jennifer Love Hewitt winking at me. You know, like just thought it was like a, you know, off my Facebook page. And then I look up and oh my God, it truly is Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Did you have your letter with you?
I had nothing fucking ready. But it was like the movie because I did that stupid thing in my mind where I was like, Sabrina, you're like... you're too old for this. You're like 22 now. Like you're not like, and you're also Sabrina, you're a fucking actor. Like you don't need to run after people. Like I just had like just the weirdest reaction because literally I will see like a newscaster on like a shitty network and take a picture with them. Like that's my real personality is like anything for anything for just a little connection. Like I see any celebrity. Yeah, I remember running after one of the contestants from The Bachelorette at an airport. Like I felt nothing for this.
And this is like someone who left in like the first week.
I just want to say, I know Ellie is sitting there right now, being like a Taurus, perhaps.
No, Aries.
An Aries.
Oh, like what are you?
Yeah. I can just see you like pondering it out in your head, Ellie.
This dumb bitch Aries. I see Jennifer Love Hewitt my whole life, right there in front of me, and then we walk past each other. I didn't even smell her. I let her go like Ethan Embry lets her go or something like that. And then it clicks. It like my whole personality crashes down on me, like bursts through the facade that I'm trying to build. And it's like, no, bitch, you're Sabrina and you're obsessed with her. Go get her. And I run. I'm like, I turn the corner that she turned. She's not there. My heart's like beating. I like look down a block. I look down another block. And then I'm just like, all right, I fucked it up.
That's the end of the story?
He gets another chance in the movie, Sabrina. You're still young. There's time.
I know. You know what the thing is
it
now?
Took him 4 years, okay?
My friend works on a show with her. And I could easily drop by but the thing now is like it's... You know what I mean? What I'm feeling is just like
too far gone.
I'm married.
No.
I can't. Jennifer, I can't do this with you.
I love how
Sabrina,
the excuse is that you're married, not the fact that like maybe if you gave a letter to Jennifer Love Hewitt, she wouldn't be interested. It's like there's no doubt.
Look at what the movie teaches us.
I know.
Okay, Preston the lesbian had a Pop-Tart moment, and then 4 years later. They have the scene at the train station. There's just things take time, you know?
What does Denise say at the end? You know, I do believe in fate. Sometimes it just has a fucked up way of working out, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Precisely.
I just feel like she's married, I'm married, we have kids, we can't blend families.
With that though,
It's do you want to like Brady Bunch it with Jennifer Love Hewitt now?
It's
You know,
just
like
I can't risk it.
can we
It's
talk a
too
little bit
much.
about Denise though? Because Denise is the only like legitimate female gay. Well, okay, we'll get to Clea DuVall.
Oh, she's gay.
But like she's a main character who's gay. The thing that was hard for me in this movie, usually when we do these, I'm like, oh my god, here are these two women who are like the whole movie's about them and their relationship and their connection and their friendship. This movie, we finish it and like, you know, Kelsey and I are both big like Bechdel cast fans, and we were like, do you think this passes the Bechdel test like at all? Like, I don't think any women talk to each other in the entire
at
movie.
all. The only people who talk to each other are her friends when they're like, oh my god, like you're even hotter than Gwyneth.
Yes.
They weren't even allowed to talk to each other on set. They had to like wink and like air fist bump.
Pass
from afar.
notes.
Yes.
Pass the notes backstage, yeah.
You chickens, keep it quiet over there.
But Denise manages to keep it gay no matter what. I think she has the haircut that you're saying you would rock in your remake of this, right? She's got like a pretty gay haircut.
You name your kid Denise, you've set it in stone.
Yeah.
She's gay.
She gay.
She gay. She's by the piano, as they say.
Yes.
Tinkling the ivories, as they say.
Oh, I like that.
Is she
Tinkling the
a
ivories. That's a
piano
new
player
euphemism
by
we
chance?
just yeah.
You know what? Friends of yours that we could stop there. Go ahead.
We need to talk about Denise's wardrobe. So the hair,
yes.
right? But then the wardrobe, right? So she wears a floor-length leather jacket.
I have a theory. Seth Green stole Spike's jacket from the Buffy set and brought it to Denise, because I swear to God it is that jacket.
It's the exact jacket.
Or maybe he steals it from Denise because it's 98, so they must have filmed in 97. Maybe he steals it from this movie
and that's how Spike
brings
got
it to Spike and like gives it to James Marsters. That's my theory.
I have a piece of trivia that's actually a fact about this movie.
I love it.
On the day that they were shooting, that she put that coat on, Deborah Kaplan and Harry Elfont, they were the directors of the movie.
Okay.
And so they got in a fight about veganism, and Deborah's a very strict vegan, and Harry hated that about her, and so she was sick that day. And so Harry was like, I'm getting the longest fucking leather jacket. Because Deborah was like, I don't want any leather in the movie. And Harry was,
And this is true. This is a real fact. You heard
This,
straight.
like,
you heard straight from Harry. Yeah.
I'll bet my everything on it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
what
sense.
a power dick move to do.
Total
Fingers
power dick
crossed
move.
behind your
and
back.
some would say it's like not even like a memory worth remembering, but
Yeah, some would
But
say
then-
that's why nobody's heard of it. But
others are like, talk about it more. We can't forget these like cherished moments in Hollywood.
they're gonna make a film about this one feud about the leather jacket.
We should make a
the long
film
leather
about
jacket.
how gay this jacket is and how gay Denise is in this movie. Because I'll
And
tell
how
you what.
dirty the bottom is.
Look, I understand
Yes.
the whole movie, her character's entire arc is sleeping with Seth Green, but like if we have not already pretty firmly established that Seth Green is just a gateway to lesbianism, as we've seen from
We know.
Buffy,
We know.
she's on her
Can I-
way. Okay, she's just the door is opening slowly, and she is taking her time stepping through it. But like, there are so many missed opportunities of girls in this movie that they could have, done something with. Amber Benson, right there. Clea fucking Duvall.
I
right
know. I was dying
there.
when she showed up.
And she shows up to literally stand there with obviously her girlfriend next to her, have a guy ask her to dance, and her answer is, I'm allergic.
To
Like
men.
a gay
to
queen.
dancing.
Right
But yes, also men.
I
Sabrina,
have to
did you
confess
have
something.
to say?
I wish that I watched the movie more recently. Like, you guys asked me which movie I wanted to be gay, and I literally was like, oh, I wish I was in Can't Hardly Wait. That would be good. And then you guys now have all of these moments
Oh, we
that
do
you're
research.
like, yeah, you did full research, and here I am. I'm literally just, back to me in high school, having hid my notes in the tampon box in the bathroom, being like, teacher, I gotta go pee-pee.
Look, do you want to know
Love
how
it, though.
extensive...
You're here for the color commentary, and it's
Yes.
honestly making it.
Let me tell you how
That's-
extensive my research is, Sabrina. I think this is a great moment for me to break out my lesbian rabbit hole for this movie. Okay.
Yes.
So my lesbian rabbit hole for this movie is, besides all of the fun gay cameos like Clea Duvall or Selma Blair, another favorite gay icon, here was my favorite gay cameo that you might have missed, okay? Is the girl who I swear in the credits of the movie is listed as ready to have sex girl, okay? So it's the girl that Seth Green's character thinks he's gonna go out and meet in the pool house and have sex with her. Okay. That girl is played by Nicole Bilderback, who might not immediately come to mind, but I think a lot of our listeners are gonna remember her as Whitney from Bring It On.
I knew it.
The obvious gay half of the relationship with her and Courtney, played by Claire Kramer, another gay icon for playing the original Lucy Diamond in the Debs short film. So, there is your lesbian rabbit hole. We do research for our segments, okay?
There is so much gay shit.
I'm
so much.
overwhelmed.
I think, okay, so to round out our gay characters, this is also, I feel like, the big one, and sort of like the surprise dark horse. But let's talk a little bit about Amanda Beckett.
Oh, please.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay.
Sabrina, I feel like you're well equipped to do this. Why do we think she's so gay in this film?
First of all, when you said her name, my nipples just pushed out enough that I felt it on my arms. Why do I think she's gay in this film? She's dating,
should be.
The reason she's dating this monster jock that is not. They don't really have a connection.
They're beards.
I think is something
They're
that
each other's beards.
You do when you're gay. You're like the Ken doll looking one.
Yeah.
And she's soft and sensitive, and she's got a warm little beating heart, and that's what I think it takes to get on that piano, honey. Is just have a heart, have some eyeballs. And be able to take that leap of faith into that first warm-breasted kiss.
Yes.
I have another
why do I
concrete...
think she should be gay? I want to hear about the concrete.
The concrete argument that I'm going to make for Amanda being gay is that her yearbook quote is from Jewel, and the quote is, "I'd rather see the world from another angle."
Oh my God.
So if that's not a gay message screaming its way out from your high school yearbook, I don't know what is.
My God.
Oh no, that is so gay. Well,
I want to blend that fact up, mix it with some milk, and drink it like a milkshake. From the breasts. Let me finish. From the breasts of Amanda Beckett.
Dana's going to pop back in here. Come on.
I'll let you finish that. So, for me, the biggest thing is, first of all, she's just like so brooding and whatever, like, oh, poor me, nobody loves me. And then finally she like realizes this like intense love that only a lesbian can give, you know, that only Ethan Embry can really give to her, that like, I wrote you a letter, I see past your exterior, like you're the most beautiful, like you have the biggest heart, right? And then at the end, this is the big kicker. So the end, they get together after one letter. This girl does not know him at all, right? She reads one letter from him. She runs to meet him at the train, right?
Yes.
And she's like, you know what? Maybe I should be single right now. Number one, lesbians don't stay single for long, right? So day after she breaks up with her ex, she gets with another person. But she's like, maybe I should stay single, but you wrote me a letter. So, and then the kicker is they get together, they kiss, he misses his train. And at the end, it says 7 hours later. So they spent 7 hours together.
What happened in those 7 hours, do you think, Kelly?
Only lesbians spend that amount of time together. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I hate to be the one to say it.
You're like, any straight couple's done in 20 minutes. Let's be real.
Yep. And after 7 hours, he leaves, gets on the train to Boston. The entire summer he's gone, she writes him a letter every single day.
Gay.
If that ain't gay dedication,
gay.
I do not know what is.
Gaydication, baby.
And at the end, it also says they're still together. One day, one letter, together forever.
Gay.
Gay.
Gay culture.
Gay.
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 I love,
Gay.
I'm just picturing like some Joe Rogan type fan trying to find Joe Rogan, but stumbling on this. Where we're just three dykes being like, oh, well, like a straight person would be ever spend a minute together?
But then they listen and they're like, wait, this is true. Huh?
And then
like, I would never spend 7 hours with a woman. What?
You guys.
Okay, wait, because I know we're gonna have to get to our Q&As soon. So I have one more important character that I want to talk about. And that is William Lichter and his friends.
Yes.
Okay, because I'll lump them all together as another example of how I swear there's like something in the water that makes these characters all gay. What's up, Dana? Well,
Dana's just he licked her.
Well,
oh yes, yes.
Wait till I get to my ship names, Dana. That's all I'm gonna say.
And Dana, everyone.
Okay, William Lichter.
I love that Dana started out as the person saying that we couldn't say pussy, and now she's like, missed
Lichter?
opportunity. Do better, girls.
Okay, so William and his friends go to a graduate party with one plan in mind, and that plan is lure the jocks out, lure them behind the pool house, okay? Drug them and
with
pose
chloroform.
Chloroform them and take Polaroids of them in a lurid male embrace. And I'm like, fellas, this is the gayest plan I have ever heard in my entire life. Who came up with this plan? And then he goes in, becomes like the life of the party, leaves his two friends outside for the entire night, who sit on a roof together, and I swear one of them wakes up from a nightmare at some point, I guess about aliens, ostensibly, but he wakes up and all he says is, "Don't stick that probe there, daddy." And I was like,
I
who
need to
wrote
watch this movie again.
I'm sorry.
I clearly just like black out whenever Jennifer Love Hewitt's not on the screen because I completely forgot.
Like, there's literally nothing
there's like
else
men
happening.
falling in love with each other, being drugged.
We're gonna finish this call. You're gonna immediately go watch that movie, and I promise you are in for a
You'll see it
gay romp of a good time. Because every dude in this movie is gay. There's the German student that they're like, oh, the only thing we're gonna teach you to say is, "Would you like to touch my penis?" Right?
Yep.
Like for some reason, that's what the guy thinks would be hysterical to teach him. There's the dude by the keg who's in like a purple mesh tank toppy thing going on. He's gay.
Is your
Everyone's
vibe okay?
gay.
So watching it, you guys watched this recently. Is your vibe like, oh, this is like good for the culture? Like they top heavied a lot of gay themes, or is it like that moment where it's like they say fag and everyone's like LOL? It's like, oh no, this is like setting us behind.
I don't think it ages well, but like I don't know what gay like who's the gay guy who wrote this movie in the 90s and was like, ha 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 ha. That's what I want to know.
Yeah. I don't know if it's necessarily positive representation for
I
us.
mean, the 90s hits almost never are, but you know, we
oh my
love
god,
them
it's written by
anyways.
Deborah Kaplan and Harry Elfont.
The
writer directors
of the famed Leatherfeud.
of the famed Leatherfeud. Which now that we're finally back here, I did want to sing this song. It's a cover of Apple Bottom Jeans, but it goes, "Dirty bottom jacket, boots with the fur," and then you take it from there. But it's dirty bottom jacket.
I need to.
And also another song that I did want to say. I mean, why would I just can't hardly wait. You can't talk about that movie and let moments pass by. When you said that he let the jocks out, you could also use this song. If you were doing editing, you might want to just put this in here.
Okay.
Who let the jocks out? Who let the jocks out?
Who?
When the party was good, the party was jumping. And then I just sing for the rest of the...
All right. I feel like we've thoroughly, really covered this.
Wait, did you have one more thing, Ellie? You looked like you had one more.
Okay, my final, like,
don't hold back.
Honorable mention is just Love Burger. The lead singer and the drummer in love with each other. That's it. But we all know this. It was just obvious. It was there. I would say they are 90s village people. That's how I would categorize them.
Okay, real quick. Ships. Who's your top ship? Everyone pick one.
Okay. Sabrina, Jalees, and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay. Do you have a ship name for yourself?
Jalove.
Jalove.
Ooh,
nice.
Let me do some writing here and just.
Okay.
You guys go first.
Love it. My top is Preston and Amanda as well.
Okay.
And they are Pamanda.
Yes. Mine is Mike Dexter and William Lichter, and I'm going with Dichter.
Yes. Thank God.
Okay, so I'm patching back in. I've completed the puzzle. Somehow there's a gun to my head for some reason. Because we would do the character name, right? Amanda.
Yeah.
And Sabrina. Yeah. And it would be nice if you guys did some clapping, regardless of whether you like this or not.
Ready?
Submando.
Bravo. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank
love it.
For keeping it real with me.
It's time for our Q and Gay. Before we finish up, we got to do our Q and Gay.
Q and gay.
So we're going to ask you some questions, yes or no, multiple choice, and then we're going to put them on our Twitter for our listeners as well. So first question, what group were you in high school? A, the jocks, B, the popular girls, C, the nerds, or D, the Prestons and Denises of the world?
I'm going to have to file myself under popular. Sorry that I'm saying words instead of just the letter. But I was popular, but very Democrat. I was like very political. I was like, I'm asexual or something. So I'll just create a community.
There you go.
Love it.
Okay, question 2. Have you ever written a letter to someone you had a crush on? Yes or no?
Yes.
Gay culture.
Many times. Gay culture, for sure.
Question 3. How many people signed your yearbook? A, close friends only. B, everyone in school. C, all your teachers. Or D, no one.
She's a polite daughter of immigrants. It's a B from me.
So you are Sabrina the Teenage Witch of the film.
There you go.
Yes.
That's right.
Question 4, really important one here. What is your favorite flavor of Pop-Tarts out of A, brown sugar cinnamon, B, strawberry, C, s'mores, or D, raspberry?
I'm going to go with 1 because that character should have been seeing some of that brown sugar Sabrina man.
Hey.
And question number 5. Which character do you most identify with? A, Preston, B, Denise, C, Amanda, or D, Kenny?
Amanda, I almost felt I was inside her.
So you identify so much with her. You're literally inside of her. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us, Sabrina. Thank you to everyone who's watching live. Make sure you donate to support Tag Magazine, $200, and we will see a puppy. So you better be donating. Sabrina, where can people find you online? Twitter, all that kind of stuff.
You can find me on my Insta stories. My name is Sabrina Jalees. You can find my podcast called The Goody Goody. And you can also just find me if you meditate. Just go up there into the stars and we'll look at each other and we'll be like, look, this is a hard time, but we're good people and we're going to make it through this. The good people will come together.
I love it.
And most importantly, Sabrina, thank you for helping us learn a little bit more about how Can't Hardly Wait
should have been gay.
Should have been gay.
Should have been gay.
And
No
if you want to
problem,
find
guys.
if you want to find us, Les Hang Out, you can find us at Les Hang Out Pod on all the social medias. You can find me at Ellie Brigida. Yes, puppy!
Hi,
Yay!
So we raised 200? Yeah!
Oh my God.
You're all rock
Tell
stars.
me the numbers. How much? Whoa, yes. Who let the jocks out?
Yes! Thank you, everyone, and thank you to the puppy.
I'm not leaving. I refuse. I refuse to leave.
We'll be here all day.
Let me hear you say hip, 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 we're gay.
We love hearing from all of you. We love continuing to build this community. So we just like to shout out some of our favorite interactions that have been happening this past week. And this week, we have to start out with a huge shout out to everybody who joined us last week for A, our whole Spirit Week lead up to Porch Pride, and B, everyone who joined us for Porch Pride. So we want to start with some Spirit Week shout outs because we had some really great ones.
So many amazing ones.
I would like to shout out first our very first entry for Spirit Week, which we saw roll in on Sunday night our time. But that's because it was already Monday in Australia. So we had Bo Dandy on Instagram, who was our very first Spirit Week entry for Dapper Day, and who looked
dapper,
fantastic, and it made our little hearts shine before we had even gotten to Spirit Week, so we were very excited about that.
It was amazing. I'd also like to shout out Rachel, who really took Dapper Day to another level by adding a top hat.
Yes.
So thank you for owning a top hat and wearing it in the picture.
Also, we have to shout out Mel with those rainbow PJs, who really kind of hit Pajamas Day and Flag Day, like all in one entry.
Yeah.
But I just, we loved that.
I'd also like to say there were so many people who posted, but I want to give a big shout out to our Patreon supporters because we were also having the best time in our Discord, just like waking up, seeing people's pictures, going to bed, seeing everyone's pictures. And it's just like, it kept the spirit alive through the whole week, and I loved it. So thank you to all of you.
Joy.
Yes.
And finally, we want to have a shout out to Estelle, who tweeted at us last week that she had found the podcast and said we are just sweethearts and really hit the nail on the head with a lot of our conversations. So we just thought that was great. Thank you so much, Estelle, for reaching out. We love hearing from new listeners. It makes us so happy.
And hearing that we're sweethearts.
Well, always.
We'd also like to thank our Lesbian Jesus patrons, Tanya Ferguson,
Jess Klaus,
Danny Griswold,
Sarah and Julia,
Carrie Ann Lawrence,
Mark Foster,
Danny Gunluck Tamora,
Alana Rosen,
Kayla Kelly,
Tara Gleason,
and Jacqueline Rose Nishino.
And our King Princess patrons, Lizette Stye,
Amy and Ellen,
Leah Hendley,
and Liz Chen.
And our sponsorship at patron, Wendy K. Bartlett, reminding you, as always, to support your local artists, especially your local queer artists.
Remember, you can find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Let's Hang Out Pod.
You can send us an email at letshangoutpod@gmail.com.
Or you can check out our website at letshangoutpod.com.
Make sure that you subscribe in whatever app you use to listen to podcasts. That way you'll get new episodes as soon as they go up.
We're also posting videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe at youtube.com/letshangoutpod to catch them.
If you want to help support the podcast, there are so many ways that you can do that. The first, it's easy, it's free, is to go on the Apple Podcasts app, leave us a rating and a review. It helps new people find the podcast.
You can also support us on Patreon at bit.ly/lespatreon. Like we said before, we've been hanging out with our patrons all Corona and before then, but even more now, and it's been so amazing. So we'd love to see more of you in there to hang out with us, talk in our Discord chat, post in our Facebook page.
Are we planning more tabletop RPG one-shots? We might be.
We might be. Yeah. Hang out in our Les D&D Discord chat. I think you want to be there. bit.ly/lespatreon.
If you want to get some Let's Hang Out swag, we have so many new designs that went up for Pride that are still great all year round. So Don't hesitate. Head on over to bit.ly/lesshop and get all of those cool tanks, totes, t-shirts, all sorts of good stuff.
If you want to hang out with us individually, you can hang out with me at Ellie Brigida on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at LSH Foster.
With that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lee.
And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Just keep it simple.
I'm making the promo.
Just keep it simple. Just say, hey, we're the Brav Bros. Two guys that talk about Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're the Brav Bros.
No.
Oh.
Dude, stop with the voice. Just keep it simple.
I've seen promos on TV, dude. This is how you get the fans engaged. This is how you get listeners. We're trying to get listeners here. If we just say, oh, we're two dudes that talk about Bravo, people are going to get tired of it already. We need some oomph.
All right, then fine. Let's try to do it with your voice.
Brav Bros.
Good job.